Hello guys, welcome back to my channel. So let's continue with the K-pop group dynamics series for this week. Today's group is going to be Mamamoo. So we're going to see the dynamic of the group, what each member brings, or their relationship and role in within the group, and how this affects its synergy. So this is not going to be like a prediction. This is more about like an energetic analysis with using the tarot. So as you know, I placed one card for each member. So let's begin with Moonbyul. The card that Moonbyul got, it's the Nine of Wands. So the Nine of Wands, it's a card that talks about preparation. It's a card that also talks about how for you it wasn't really easy to maintain the energy up until the level until reaching the ninth state. You know, the ones cards, the suit of the ones they are very passionate and they are very like fiery because they represent the element of fire, but at the same time, you know, there's a state within the numbers or the numerology of the tarot cards that sometimes these energies tend to wear down or tend to diminish. So, you know, when you reach the level 9 and then the last one that is the 10, it means that definitely you went through a lot to get to the ninth level of a suit. So the fact that she got the nine of wands, it this card also talks about the preparation and all the effort that you put during your journey to get to this very high level. um, it means that probably she had moments where she wanted to give in, where she wanted to give up. But now her influence, it's all about keep improving the group. I think that there's also a lot of wisdom in this card. I think that what Moonbyul actually brings to the group's dynamic, more than experience and being very passionate about her career and about what she can bring, she also brings a lot of expertise. You know, I think that she's the kind of person that if she had to teach others to endure what she did or to actually connect with her art and her profession the way she did, she would probably wouldn't be able to put into words how hard and demanding this was. And that, thank God, until the day she still has that passion, she still holds that inspiration, because you can see here in this card that this deck is very meaningful. This is why I use it, because it's very symbolic. It's the Thoth Tarot, and it's very it has a deeper meaning than actually the Rider White, the traditional Rider White. And you can see here that there are like 5 candles lit up. So they show how for you to actually be able to walk in the light of wisdom and of you feeling very brave and you feeling really proud of your work, you had to keep the fire burning. And that sometimes to burn these 9 candles, it wasn't easy, or to keep them lit, or to keep them like fueled, you know, to keep the fuel, to keep the passion. So definitely she is her experience, and she also is her struggles. It means that probably she had gone through moments where her role in the group was a bit tiring and was a bit exhausted, and she felt like she needed to defend herself, because I can see her like also putting like with these candles, you know, not only lighting the way for others, but at the same time of being very in the defensive. So probably she is someone that It's like she's very protective of her work, of her creation, and probably she's a bit stubborn as well. So I think that here, with her immense creativity, she also had to learn to combine energies with others, because the cards that I got for the four members, three of them are like wands that represent fire, and only one of them got a cup card. So it represents that probably these three people, including Moonbyul, are very passionate and are very, their energy is all about creation and inspiration, but in a very um like uh like of being a bit reckless and of being a bit like out of control sometimes, because that the fire is actually an element that it's really nice to have it with you, because it keeps you alive and it keeps the ideas and the action, it keeps things moving and it keeps things from dying down. But at the same time, if it's not controlled, it has the power to burn everything to ashes. So I think that in this case, in the case of Moonbyul, even though she has all this preparation, she has her experience, there were moments where she had to tone down a bit her passion and probably her straightforwardness when it comes to what the group had to achieve. Probably she also became a bit harsh when it comes to feedbacks or comments, so she had to learn to manage and administrate this fire within her. So let's go on to Solar got the Seven of Wands. So the Seven of Wands actually is a card that it's also represented by a fire element, and the Seven of Wands is the card in this deck. It represents the card of imagination. So definitely it's also showing me that Solar is also a member that was able to bring a lot of ideas and a lot of very creative and very out of this world ideas. I think that I don't know much about the group, but I think that probably Solar was able to introduce some very new and interesting ideas for the concept, or for probably the design or of certain, not so much of the music, because I don't think that it's all about the creation of the lyrics and stuff. I think that it's also about aesthetics. There's something about Solar being also in charge, or very interested into, for example, using colors, or using certain styles or certain concepts that can actually make people want to look at them, want to know about them, or that could make, I don't know, their MVs or their content a bit more attractive to the eye, and also a bit intriguing at the same time. Not what other idols or female idols were doing in that period of time. I think that she actually, with her imagination, and I remember that she is a Pisces, so the fact that she got this imagination card definitely is telling me that she has a lot of, she is very imaginative, and she's very concentrated into turning these ideas of her into a reality, because I think that she is a Pisces with a moon in Taurus, I believe, if I'm not mistaken. And so there's a sense of, yes, I'm very dreamy, and I'm very romantic about certain things, and I'm very ladylike, and I'm very feminine, but at the same time I want to do something that others don't dare to do, especially other females. I don't think that it's about them actually being in competition with other males. I think that what actually, in her imagination, she wants to provide a different kind of experience for the audience. So I see her using this resource of hers of being very imaginative to actually bring something that others haven't seen before. And also, since this is a Seven of Wands, the Seven of Wands also talks about you being an achiever, you being able to be successful, you being able to be recognized for your efforts. So I think that there's something, she has a lot of magnetism. There's something about her, like she definitely is very, she knows how to seduce people with the concept. She probably knows also how to pose for the camera. It's like she knows everything about, best colors, body language, dictation. She's like the whole package. And I think that she's a great businesswoman at the same time. There's something about her femininity, like I mentioned, that it's very strong, but she makes deals. She uses her the power of her magnetism as a female to actually promote the group's image. So here, what is telling me is also that, that I mentioned that, you know, um, I was talking a few moments earlier. I was talking about Moonbyul having also a Nine of Wands, and now Solar has a Seven of Wands. So there's a sense of a lot of pride also here. Like I think that if you have to measure their characters, probably the two of them are very passionate when they have to express or talk about their ideas. So, there's a sense here of not competition, because I don't see like a king or queen character here. So I don't think that any of them actually feels like they are better than the other. But they do have this very heated kind of way of thinking or communicating that can be a bit like aggressive for others, or it depends how the group is feeling, how they are going to take her proposition. But in the case of Solar, I think that Solar, since this is a card that it also talks about imagination, I think that in the case of Solar, it's like she knows her way with people, in the sense that she is very persuasive. She knows she can come off strong sometimes, especially when she thinks that she's right about something, but at the same time, she knows how to back down, reflect on it, and be flexible for the sake of the group. So this is very nice, that even though she does have these very strong opinions, and probably this very like it seems like when she is passionate about something, it's like she doesn't shut up about it. It probably she can sound a bit bossy also, but it's like she is not. I think that she knows people. It's like she can read the other members' expression and know when to back down, or know when she has to tone down a bit, or change her speech, change how she communicates. So she is a bit of a chameleon in this sense. She has the ability to regulate her passion. And this is not something that a lot of people can do or know how to do, but somehow she does have this kind of wisdom. It's like she had learned through the years of being part of the group that if you are too pushy or if you are too prideful, you are not going to get anywhere. That you need to considerate others in order for you to in the group for you in the group to succeed. You need to considerate the others, and you need to stop wanting to be right, or wanting to be like the one holding the truth all the time, or the one like guiding others. Like you can do it, you can be a guide for others, but you can do it in a very gentle way and not in a forceful way. So when let's move on to Wheein. I know that Wheein, she's an Aries with a moon in Scorpio. But here, I'm sorry if it's Wayne. I don't know how to pronounce it. I call her Wayne. I hope I'm doing it correctly. And if I'm not, I apologize. But I just call her this, so I don't know. I'm sorry. But in her case, she got the Free of Cups. And like I mentioned in the beginning, she's the only one, the only member that has like a card that it's a cups suit. So the cups in the tarot talk about emotions. So in the case of Wayne, it makes sense because she does have a water moon. So it means that she brings her emotions to the table. And her emotions also can be a bit like passionate and intense, but it's a bit more of a sensitive and intuitive kind of passion, not so much about action. Probably when it's also that very sensitive factor in the group. Probably she's the one that writes, I don't know, like the saddest lyrics or the most emotional lyrics out of all of them. Probably her lyrics or her voice or her image, it's a bit it's a bit emotional, it reminds you of a very emo vibe. She probably does feel that way. She feels like she is an artist because she has like a story to tell, and at the same time because her inner world is full of emotions, and it's like she cannot process her life or her creative process without getting emotional. She cannot sing about subjects that don't make her feel something. She's someone that probably she needs to be able to connect with her inner world, with her emotions, with her feelings. She needs to pour that into the art. For her, it's not. And I think that also it has to do with the fact that probably it's the only chance that she has to actually reveal her vulnerability. Because let's remember that I believe that she is one of the two members because Hwasa is considered a Leo for some people and a Cancer sun for others. Anyways, she does give me Leo vibes, but I think that in the case of Wayne, we can firmly say that she's an Aries sun. So if we have to think about this, probably she could be like the first fire sign in the group. Um, and she could represent Aries really well, in the sense that probably if you meet her, she can have this tough exterior, or not tough, but she can look like she got everything like figured out, or that she is just energetic and that she is very confident in herself, when actually her being a moon in Scorpio definitely is very influenced by this kind of emotional turmoils that she faces sometimes. So music, it's a kind of healing process for her, but it also can talk about subjects about her journey that are not that glamorous. Um, and she got the card of the Free of Cups. So how does she affect the synergy of the group? Well, the Free of Cups is a card that talks about joy. So definitely for her to feel joy in the group is to be able to recognize everything that they had accomplished and not think about what they haven't done or what they have pending to do. Probably she is like a strong believer that you have to appreciate experiences and not material wealth or material gaining. She seems to be very in contact with her emotions. She probably is the one that if she perceives that the group is going through a harsh time, she is the one that is going to bring it up. She is going to be the one that is going to say like, okay, we need to talk about this. We cannot just keep on pretending like everything is okay, like we are really powerful, like we are really tough girls, like we are really independent females, like when actually we are all feeling awful inside. She probably is the kind of person that is willing to talk about not so comfortable facets of their relationship and dynamic, but she puts them on the table in their intimacy. She is the one that talks about the things that probably the others, they are so busy in creating, or they are so busy into proving each other wrong, that they forget that they can be sensitive, and that they can have struggles like everyone, and just deal with it, and just talk about it. And also here with the free of joy, or free of cups, that it's a card of joy. I think that it also is telling me that when it's a kind of person that if she doesn't feel joy in her job, or in the task, or in the activity that she's doing, she probably is going to be the first one to resign, or she's going to be the first one to say, okay, I'm out of here because I'm not enjoying this, or I'm not finding the joy in this, or I'm not finding the true meaning behind of this. If she cannot connect with the joy of creation, or of being having like a beautiful or a very deep experience with the fans, or with the group, she is the one that she will leave. I'm not saying that she could leave the group, but she will leave a situation, or she will leave a place. She will be like, okay, I'm not interested in staying here anymore, something like this. So she is like the joy, like like thermo, I don't know how to say it in English, but she's like that. She measures the amount of joy that the group is having. She worries about, she has this unconscious fear where she worries about not being able to enjoy whatever they are doing. And for her, it's really important to be honest with herself about being able to enjoy being an artist. So even though some of them can be like, oh, you are being selfish here, because we have to take into consideration that not all the time you are going to get happy instances, or happy moments, or moment of show of joy. I think that what she's telling me here is not that she is like a collector of happy moments, or happy or winning instances, where they win all the awards and get the recognition. I think that she's talking about the connection with music and with the craft. If she doesn't feel like she's enjoying it, she will probably quit, or she will be like, I need to take a break, or something like that. So, and then we have the last member, Hwasa, that she got the five of wands. So she's also the last one that the other member that also got a one card. But in the case of her, actually, Wasa is very adaptable. Her energy, it's very like, is very fluent. Maybe because I believe that she's the magnet, so it's like she accommodates herself to all the others members' needs, and at the same time, she's also an entertainer. So it's like she just it's very simple for her. She's like, okay, what do I have to do? What's my role here? Like, okay, I'm going to lift the energy up. Like, I'm going to bring a lot of amusement here. I'm going to entertain people. I'm going to also distract people. I'm going to distract them, and I'm going to shock them with my image, with my talent. I'm going to make a huge impact on them, whether it's musically or visually. She loves being an entertainer, and I think that out of all of them, I think that probably she's the one that enjoys the most being on stage, or being on the spotlight. So this is very Leo, by the way. But I think that she is the one that she just accommodate, like I mentioned. She just likes is waiting for the others to make their mind so she can accommodate herself, or she can like actually flow with them, with the group, or what the group needs. She definitely is she enjoys being part of a group, you know, and I know that she has individual activities as well, but she definitely enjoys being part of the group. She also is very passionate. She wants to also make an impact on people and to make people talk about Mamamoo, and it's like she likes to enjoy of her popularity, you know, but not in an egotistic way, not in a way of, oh, I'm the best, just in the way of having fun, you know. I think that she is someone that also she wants to stay connected to actually having fun. I think that her energy is definitely like not taking things too seriously. You know, she is very passionate. She also has her character, her temper. She's very strong-headed. She has her moments also, but at the same time, at the end, she wants to bring energy. You know, when other people are like complaining, because I can see here with their different dynamic that probably the other members, they sometimes spend a few moments like complaining, or like being like, oh, we need to work on this Wednesday. And probably Wasa is like the one that keeps like looking at them and staring at them and waiting for them to resolve their issues, so she can be like, okay, like, what do I do? Where do I stand? Like, where do I join? Like, are you done? Like, are we getting to work? Like, are we are we getting into action? You know, this is why I think that her nature is a bit more humble, in the sense that she understands that this is a industry that it's about entertainment. So she is not fearful about being different, or about like being that there could be competition. You know, it's not that she's interested in competing with anyone, but at the same time she's like, I want to be the best, because for her it's like playing dressing up, you know, for her to get into this role of this very like a strong female, tough rapper kind of look. For her, it's like playing a role, you know, acting, being an actress, you know, being like a drama queen, you know, and she loves to play, to bring a bit more of a dramatic kind of influence to the group. And at the same time, she's very hardworking. I think that she has a lot of energy. It seems like she definitely has like a lot of desire to keep creating things for herself and the group. But like I said, she's very patient, in the sense that she doesn't show her cards right away. She first waits for the people that are older than her to speak their mind and maybe talk about what bothers them, and then at the end she starts speaking her mind, and she probably impresses everyone. She has this kind of, it's like she impresses the other members by her level of maturity, and also by her this sense of her being really aware about like what has to be done. You know, she's not like, oh, like, oh, do I have to dress like that, or do I have to sing that song? No, she's like really happy, and really like her energy is really up. She's like, okay, let's go, let's do it, let's go, let's go. It's like she needs to keep producing, you know, she needs to keep moving. Her energy is something that needs to be manifested, that needs to be expressed. So definitely she was born to be a star. She was born to be a celebrity, because she has the power, she has the desire. She loves to be on stage. So, and at the same time, it's like she's like the kind of person that she's like, okay, what do we have to do? What do I do? Like, tell me what's my role, and I will try to deliver it as perfectly as possible. So she is amazing. She is amazing, and she also has great ideas as well. It's not that only the others are they're responsible of like writing music or anything. I think that she also has ideas, but I think that she never gets tired. There's something about her like being really hyperactive, you know, being like constantly thinking of way of keep improving herself, you know, which is really nice. So yes, guys, this is all I have for Mamamoo. I hope that you enjoyed it, and if you did, please, I would love to hear from you, since you are since if you are actually, if you are a fan of them, I would love to hear from you, your feedback, since you know them more than I do. So I would appreciate to hear from you, and what you think about this reading, if it's accurate or not. So thank you so much to the people that always support me and are always interested in my videos. So I'll see you tomorrow in the next video. Bye.